Recording in progress.
All right. Are we all ready already?
Yeah.
All right. Let's hit it. Hello, and welcome to our humble little podcast. This is Atlantis After Dark, the greatest place in all of cyberspace. I just read that someone in New York gets stabbed every 41 seconds. That poor guy. I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go already. You are too. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it and meet today's All-Stars. Warming up in the bullpen. Whenever he gets in trouble with his wife, he asks himself, what would Jesus do? And then he disappears for 3 days and plays dead. It's Biff by Adam West. What's the word, dude?
What's going on? What's going on this wonderful raid Sunday?
It is. It's a post-raid coitus episode of Double AD.
Coitus.
Well, I could say fuckfest, but that really wouldn't be appropriate. No? Okay, fuckfest. It's your post-raid fuckfest. Fuck it. We're inappropriate today. Welcome to the show. Up next, he's the gangster of ganja. He recently started a nightclub for men with erectile dysfunction. It's too bad, though. It was a flop and nobody came. It's Sekju. Welcome, sir.
Howdy, strangers. Thanks for having me, AB.
Hey, you got it. You got it. How was that adventure, by the way? Did you didn't have a lot of patrons, I'm assuming, then?
No, not too many patrons at all. It was a bit of a letdown. It was kind of deflating, if you will. You know,
the Rascal Scooter Club lined up.
It was disappointing. Not too many people that came, and when they did, they were a little depressed and down versus erect. So it kind of ruined the whole party.
I hear that.
I just want to say I'm happy to see Biff back. We missed him last week, and he's going to help me keep myself in line by shutting the fuck up when his eyes glaze over, because it'll help me talk to us.
Oh,
did
man.
I miss last week? What was last week? Yeah, I did miss last week.
You did miss last week.
Yeah.
Bastard. Everybody.
The Sekju would not stop fucking talking.
All right. Welcome to the show, Sekju.
Thanks, buddy.
Everybody knows this next All-Star. He keeps having problems. The other day, his mom walked into his room and said, it's time to go to school. He said, but I don't want to go to school. All the kids hate me. His mom said, but you have to go. No, he said, all the teachers hate me too. His mom shot back, oh, for crying out loud, you're the principal. Get up and go. It's Tewty. Welcome to the show, pal.
Hello, how are we?
Not too bad. Not too bad. You've been burning the midnight oil, I see.
Yeah, no, I'm tired, but we're here and we're going to make the best of it.
Well, let me know if you start nodding off. We can cover for you. All right, pal?
Heard that.
You need those glasses that have your eyeballs open the whole time, like so people think you're awake, but you're really sleeping.
Toothpicks.
Yeah, there you go.
I sent that message that was like, give me 10 minutes, I need coffee. I was still naked in bed when I sent that. I was like, all right, here we go.
Oh, the visuals.
Yes, there's your visual. There's your visual, fans. I'll tell you what. Tewty naked in bed.
Naked and afraid.
I don't know if he was afraid.
Who's to say I'm not still naked?
Oh my God. Well, let's hope that you are, and let's go ahead and I don't know. You know what else? Here's the thing. I'll talk about this really quick because I wanted to talk about it last week, but I also wanted to give it a week to let it kind of percolate a little bit. But those of you who see me on a regular basis know that I am hairless now. I have gone completely bald. I always said if I was ever starting to thin a little bit that I would eschew the long hair look and go for the bald look. And so I kind of went all out. I went to a barber and I said, listen, can you take a straight razor and shave my head? And he's like, oh yeah, no problem, no problem. So he did. And if you've never had your head shaved by a barber before, it's an experience. It is the greatest. It's like a spa. First of all, he trims you down, like he shears you like a sheep, right? He's bzz, bzz, bzz. He's buzzing you all the way down to your scalp, and he gets all the hair off you. And then he says, okay. He takes this really hot fucking towel, and he wraps it around your head like a fucking diaper. and you got this fucking hot towel soaking on your head for like what seems like forever, but it's only like about a couple of minutes, right? And then he comes in and he lathers your head up. He's got all this oil and he puts like 2 fucking coats of paint on your fucking head. It's like disgusting, but it feels good because it's like all this shit just on your head and on your head and on your head. And he keeps rubbing lotion and lotion and lotion. He gets another hot towel, wraps it around my head like a fucking diaper again, lets it sit. And then he puts shaving cream on and fucking straight razors it. And it feels amazing. Guys, if you're going bald and you want a straight razor from a barber, it's fucking amazing. It feels like boner juice. I don't know how else to explain it, but it feels fucking amazing.
Well,
Anybody?
shit, the amount of fucking lotion you put on your head, I would hope it's boner juice.
Yeah, he did. He really did. He put like 3 fucking coats. One was like a lotion, like 2 coats of fucking paint, and then like shaving cream on top of that. He really did. He fucking took, but it was smooth as a baby's ass. Let me tell
There's
you.
a bottle of lotion next to my bed, but I don't know if it's as big as the one on your head. Way
Well,
you're describing that.
Next to a sock.
So when all was said and done, did he like lacquer it or something, or what makes it so shiny?
Well, yeah. So he did put a bit of a buffer on it. You know, he put like a little coat of turtle wax on it and shined it up.
Yeah.
Put a little fucking rag on it, a little spit shine. No, he said if you can keep it at a low level, shave it with a razor, once every couple 3 days. And I said, well, I don't know if I want to do that. I used to shave my head, but spoiler alert, when I was in the Navy, I used to shave my head all the time with a straight razor. No problem. So I'm not uncomfortable doing it, but I just don't like doing it. There's a whole lot of time and effort involved. You have to lather your head up or put goo on it and get a straight razor and get a mirror. No, all of that is gone now, thanks to the Skull Shaver. This thing is fucking amazing. You can use it wet or dry, and you put it all over your scalp, and it like erases your hair. You run it in a circle. It's like those old Norelco shavers for your face, right? Except it goes on your fucking head, and it's amazing. You can use it with lotion. I did it with lotion. I did it dry without lotion. I did it both dry and wet. Dry and wet. But both gave amazing results. I mean, I don't want to do a plug for a company, but I mean, guys, if you are balding and you are looking for a better solution, go with the Skull Shaver. They're not even paying me to endorse this. This is an endorsement, but Jesus Christ, get your hands on one of these and get into it. It's an amazing product.
A testimonial more so than an endorsement.
It is. It's a testimonial, not an endorsement. You're right.
He is the key. He is the key to shaving. I got when Android used to have good purchase stuff on Tapjoy.
Mm-hmm.
I got a heated razor, and not for my head, but for my face. And it's the best shave. I have a blood disorder, so when I start bleeding, I can't stop bleeding. So shaving was always a real pain in the ass because any nick, I'd be tripping blood all day just for a tiny little nick. Since I got the heated razor, and I also have a heated shave gel, unless I make a mistake, I don't nick myself at all anymore. It's just key to get to, like, that's why he went overboard on the heat on your head. The warmer everything is, the easier hair just.
It's funny that you guys are talking about hair removal because the other day, I was in my bed taking booty pics, as one does, and fucking, I was like, it's my asshole looks like a dark hole, like a black hole, if you will. I need to probably fix that, and I was Googling solutions. And I found a solution, and it was like a hair removal cream. So and it reminded me of that because as I was getting my coffee, Amazon was like, "Oh, by the way, your ass hair removal cream is out for delivery," and I was like, "No shit, I love that." So that's on its way. I'll let you know how that goes.
Nice. It's like Nair for your asshole.
Yeah. You see, you can't really shave your asshole either because, like, when you put a blade in between your cheeks, you tend to get like rashes, or like, because I'm an ass sweater. Like I get a lot of sweat in my ass. And like when those cheeks rub together after like a fresh blade is wiped away, all that hair, you create some rashes.
Right.
When I go to work, I put a man pond in, which is just like a roll, like 2 squares of toilet paper, and just like fold it up and put it in between my cheeks. And you don't even notice that it's there. But like, goddamn, has that prevented so many rashes? It's so much better than
Oh.
Gold Bond too, because Gold Bond makes a mess.
Oh yeah, like cake powder or whatever, like
Yeah, I
frosting.
mean, Gold Bond feels nice, don't get me wrong, but like every time I use it, I'm like, fuck, now there's powder all over the counter, all over the floor. Like it's just a fucking shit show. So, and I say a lot of like, sorry, I'm getting very punny, but um I'm excited. I'm excited to try this ass hair. I just have to
Good.
leave it. And here's the thing. It doesn't have to just be for my ass. It's hair removal cream.
Sure.
And you like wipe it on your body and you leave it there for like 3 or 4 minutes. And then you wipe it off and all your hair goes away with it.
So basically, your ass is like the cave on Dagobah.
I mean, it's not terrible. I've seen worse ass hair.
Okay,
Like I've seen ass hair so bad that like I wonder how the shit gets out. I'm like, wouldn't it just like lay there in a hammock? Like it's bad sometimes. Mine is thankfully not terrible, but it's not pretty to look at either.
Well, that's unfortunate, but here's hoping that brighter skies are ahead for you on that front.
I appreciate it.
These are things that I never thought about in my life before. So thanks for
Well,
enlightening us. It's been
when you're
it's
trying
been
to get that right angle on your booty pics, you know.
Oh my
You
God.
don't get this type of shit on WROL, folks.
No.
I need to send some stuff out to the boys, you know.
And
Oh
that's
my
how
God.
you slide to milestone 70 during raids with a smooth bottom.
With a smooth bottom, I love it.
Well,
Bank my
so-
ass anytime.
So speaking of raids and level 70 on raids, let's get into some DCL. Raids are almost over with. From what I can gather, they look like they were pretty comfortably easy to reach your personal milestones if you have the right squad. And why don't you tell us a little bit more about your findings on that, Sekju? I think you were Mr. Comp Genius on a lot of these.
Actually, well, I don't know if I would say genius. I would just say just stumbling into some obvious stuff. Like, you know,
Well,
like it's like when you have a 5x tune and you can just go Atro plus 5x on day one. That's, that's not rocket science, but it makes sense.
no, sure.
So, Ravager isn't the best tune, but she does okay as a multiplier and she does high damage quickly. So, Atro plus Ravager made a lot of sense on day one. Biff actually started I think the boss comp that worked best on day 2 or day 3, I think. Whenever you suggested to run Darkside, what was it? Darkside Spectre Rocket or something like that? I can't remember. You had some comp suggestion that I started with and ran for most of that day before I figured out something different to try.
Well, for all the 68s and the 90s, I was running Question and Rocket.
Yeah,
so that was nice because you could the same comp on 2 different affinities.
Yeah.
So it just saved a spot on your team list.
Yeah, I know we're not typically fond of multipliers in general, but I'd say Rocket, even with her busted basic attack, was still the MVP of this raid. Because if you weren't, exploiting certain bugs within the raid system, she was like your go-to to legitimately compete and beat things quickly. Like day 2 bosses were going down in 15 seconds, 16 seconds.
Yeah.
She's again the 68s and 90s going down in 15 seconds, 16 seconds. So you can't really do better than that. And these raids that were once like a little bit more challenging because the bosses could shed the debuffs and you couldn't really slow them down. It's nice that we're getting more and more tunes that can actually fight back against that, and you don't bring somebody on day 4 and assume that your leader's going to die because Trigon or Superboy Prime can't be stunned and they're going to punch the shit out of somebody eventually. So it's
But why were all the bosses like that this time? Like Raven's like shedding stuns. I'm like, what's going on? Like, is that normal?
I don't know. I didn't see that happening.
Yeah. All
Not
of
for
them.
me. I mean, I believe you. I didn't see it happening on mine. I wasn't really paying attention because I just hit the button and walk away, come back to the
Yeah.
victory screen.
No, it's all of them were
Huh.
shedding stuns. Maybe that was a bug. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Trigon is spreading his power to his
Yeah.
minions, I guess. Maybe. I
Whoa.
don't know.
What was the bug you were talking about?
The one we were just talking about?
Yeah.
Well, Biff's saying that it
Starfire
looks
one.
like some of the other bosses, other than the legendary bosses, which we know Trigon, you can't
Right.
debuff him. You can't put a
Oh,
debuff on him that's
okay.
gonna stick. But Biff was saying like even the sub bosses like Raven were
Yeah.
shedding stuns and shedding buffs that normally would stick that you could use to your advantage. So I didn't see that personally, but I'm not questioning it happening because so many weird things have happened during the raid, and bugs
No,
may
it was
continue to exist.
definitely because I was running that
Yeah.
second day. I was running a comp with Dark Side,
Okay.
and it
They were
was
stunning people like crazy. and
It was
looked
just stunning, and then it just dropped right off. And like the second he stunned him, it would just drop right off Raven.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "What, Raven?" Like, and I think it happened with the Starfire too. With Starfire,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember Raven specifically, but the Starfire bosses were shedding them too, I think. So I was like, "Yeah, it seemed like every single stun was not your friend on this raid."
Yeah, you know what? I think now that you mention it, I wasn't really using a lot of stun tunes, but silence was still sticking. I know that because I was able to ramp up Lois when I used her a couple times against the lesser bosses, but then ultimately it was just a waste of time to even use her because Rocket was just destroying everything with question. So
Yeah. I just noticed it with Dark Side and Spectre were the two that were stunning, and it wasn't sticking. So,
Well, there you go. What do you think, Tewty? What was your experience on this raid like?
I'm still pumping away and not with the lotion in my bedside, but I'm like still less than 300 mil right now. I'm at like 280. So I'm still going ham, but whatchamacallit, I'm just annoyed at Trigon in general. I think the guy's just a dick bag. Like he's just annoying to play against, and even normally the 150s are what makes raids go a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. Like if you wait until Sunday, you don't have to spend as much time on raids because they just send you a bunch of 150s and you finish your 500 really, really quickly. That is not the case this time. I am lagging behind quite a lot, and I'm not happy about it. But I am basically using the same teams as these two were. So,
Judy, have you checked the raid strategy channel for some potential assistance with clearing your 150s a bit faster?
I found a really good combo already with Question, Ravager, and Artemis, and I get about 80 to 90 mil a hit. Is there a better one in that channel?
Yes. So if you look at the most recent screenshot I posted, I did 219 million in one hit. It doesn't always get that high, but there's a bit of a Starfire bug that can be exploited.
Oh,
so are we
right,
allowed to,
right.
do you want us to talk about that on the air, AB?
Oh, yeah, why not? I mean, if it happens in the game.
I've been trying to figure out the dynamics of this bug, and I've had people explain it to me multiple times, but maybe somebody that understands the game better can talk to us in our channel about this. I've been told that Starfire has a bug where her second legendary ability, if it triggers, is doing epic damage, which, yes, I'm seeing it happen, but I'm wondering if that's the actual trigger, because I thought that ability requires a heal in order for it to trigger passively. So if that's the case, then we've had other allies that were running just Question plus Starfire and then getting that same result. So I'm just trying to understand, is that the bug that it's related to her passive, or not passive second, I'm using the wrong word, her legendary second power. If it's related to that, then why is it triggering with Question and without a healer on the team? I don't understand why, but basically, Tootie, if you run like a healer lead like Enchantress or White Lantern Sinestro with Question, with Starfire, and then I've been running Swamp Thing in the 4th spot to have people to revive once Trigon punches and kills some of these non-bonus tunes, you just have the chance to do insane damage. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why it's happening. I've been trying to figure it out for a day and I still don't understand it. So I hope one of the game whizzes that understands the numbers things and how the interactions happen based on turns and the differences between auto and manual
Well,
can
okay,
please
so
chime in.
that combination you have there, like you're getting the heal from both Swamp Thing and White Lantern Sinestro, because Sinestro has a heal on every single one of his active abilities. Swamp Thing has a heal on 2 out of 3 of his active abilities. So she's getting triggers off of those two. Plus, Swamp Thing and the Question are both like crit support characters by offering your characters more opportunity to crit. So not only are you feeding her heals, you're also feeding her crit potential. That's why it's just skyrocketing with her.
But
on
But
Tewty,
also, it's
top of
working without healers, though. I mean, I just stole one from somebody in Lat U with Question, Ravagers, Lois, and Starfire, and I did I did over 100 million in 30 seconds.
yeah,
And
so like that was my question, is why is it working with the Question by herself even without any heals? Like I understood the synergy of like the White Lantern, Sinestro, Swamp Thing, and all that. It's without them. I don't understand why it's still happening.
and it's kind of weird, because in watching it, like, it didn't work the first couple times for me, but then the last couple times it did. And it's like she hits for like 30,000 in damage one time, and then she'll hit again and it'll be like 18 million. Then she'll hit for like 30,000 again, and then it'll be like 21 million on the next swipe of her basic. So it's something screwy's going on.
It's inconsistent, but it's still better than
You just need it to happen twice in a match, and you'll take the boss down.
fair enough.
As long as you can keep her alive. Because
My Starfire's RB5, so
yeah, my Starfire's RB2, and she was killing.
I'm down. I got 200 more million, so that'll help.
And for those of you listening that haven't gotten to your last milestone, give it a shot.
Yeah, there's still going to be time to do that. I guess will this come out in about an hour and a half ish or so. So
yeah.
By the way, if they don't fix this, she might be the green we've been waiting for to put on the Raid Essential list. Although I'm not big on unless someone can explain to us why it isn't a bug, which I assume it is a bug.
It's 100% a bug. They're gonna fix it, I promise.
Yeah. Speaking
it's
of,
too ridiculous not to fix.
Yeah, well.
Oh, can't we just leave it broken like Grundy's strength ups?
Oh man.
Well.
Kidding.
Speaking of Raid Essential list, I wanted to kind of touch on this a little bit, because I know this is something that, we probably need to update at some point on our end. But it sounds like we might have, in addition to our Raid Essential list, from everything that I've seen that I can see, Question is going to be the newest essential character. Is that a true statement?
Definitely.
I don't see how you could argue otherwise. I mean, she drops in against any boss in any comp, and it always makes it better.
I think the list is getting smaller, not bigger. Mm-hmm. Right now we have multiple people that need to come off of our list. Riddler, Owlman, Terra. Yeah. I mean, Terra is maybe used once a year. I don't think that classifies as essential.
When you say once a year, you mean the Scarecrow raid?
Maybe. I haven't even used the last few Scarecrow raids.
Yeah.
Well, some people do.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to remember. Did we not have a Scarecrow raid in October?
That's what I was going to say. We didn't have one. We didn't have a Scarecrow raid. We had a Trigon raid.
We had one. It was,
we did?
Did we? The month prior. It was September.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. And by the way, I don't think I even used Terra for that one. So I think the people that on the list that will stay are Lois, Darkseid, Atro, and Spectre. And the rest will be up for debate. We got to have a show where when we have everybody, where we talk through this. But I think there's no question that Riddler and Owlman come off, Terra comes off. And I know this is blasphemy because she's in the Raid God category for us. I don't even know if Hippo should still be there. I haven't used her for over 6 months. I know, Tewty, I saw you were using her where a lot of people were using Question instead of her. Tewty, what,
Yeah.
you know, on that day, why were you using, you know, does the addition of the Question eliminate the essential word for hippo?
Not yes and no, like, because basically what hippo brings is a bit more consistency, where Question brings more of like spikes in damage with her crit help and call assists, which is nice. And like they're both valid and stuff, like because if I paired hippo with one other character, and that character being, you know, Superwoman or even Ravager this time, or Rocket, like she's constantly feeding them strength ups. She's constantly calling their own assists. So it's just a bit more consistent damage wherever everyone's always got their strength ups. They're not critting as often, but it's an elevated amount of damage. So like I don't know if she's essential, but she is still worthy of being on the list.
Okay. So I think what would change though, she would come off the raid god category and move over to the support category.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Say, I think does Witty still use her? I think she does.
I think people still use her, as Judy said. She still has great value. I haven't used her in over 6 months.
I try to use her every single raid because I love my Hippolyta and I want to use her, but I just generally get better results with other characters.
Sure.
So I mean, I always throw her in on day one because that double call assist can kill a day one boss really fast. But you know, Atrocitus after his rework is probably faster because usually day one bosses are Mystic Affinity. So it just seems to work out faster. Plus you're forcing the use of the basic with all the strength ups, and he gives more strength ups. So like day one for me was like Hippolyta's bread and butter. And now it's like, you know, you don't even need her as much. Like I used to run her with Darkseid and Lois together to try and get the most out of Lois. But recently we've had usable multipliers. I haven't even used my Lois as much, and she's RB5 and awesome, but I just haven't really needed her as much because we've actually had some good multipliers recently.
Yeah.
And I think to your point, I think Atro does stay on the list just because of day one. He's really not usable after day one from my perspective, but I still think he does stay on the list as a support character.
Yeah. I'm just worried about the ramifications of removing an Amazon whilst
no.
still...
No, I don't think Hippo should be. As Tewty talked through it, I don't think Hippo should be removed. I think she should be reclassified on the list.
Sure.
Still essential, but not a god.
Yeah. That's probably the way to go. And maybe what we'll do is, I don't know about next week. Maybe the week after that, we can kind of arrange or design to get together and do the Raid Essential update together. Just make a whole episode just based on that, like you said. That'd be great. Yep. So we'll see if we can organize or construct that in the writer's room. So
can we not do it next week? I'm going to be at a wedding.
I think I
really want to be a part of that conversation.
To give us. No, I think it has to be one where we get as many people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it is our list, so we want everyone's feedback, and I think maybe do it the Sunday prior to next raid. I think would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So that gives us time to prepare,
plan and prepare.
Because you know how much we prepare for this show. We just talked about bleaching assholes for 15 minutes.
Right.
It's important topics of our time.
Right. This is
very informative. Some people don't know hair removal cream exists.
That's right. This is highbrow entertainment right here.
They're all using straight razors on their assholes.
Oof. And they don't know about man puns either, but now they do.
Exactly.
Man.
Education at its finest.
By the way, you know what I did? Speaking of Amazon and getting something in the mail, you know what I did yesterday for the first time?
What's that?
I got a same-day delivery.
Really?
Something from Amazon.
Oh, okay.
They offered it to me for $2.99, and I was in a complete and total panic because
as you get to see the thing.
No, here it is.
Oh, it's a little fan. Okay,
it's a tiny little desk fan. And so I was in a panic yesterday morning because I went to make a cocktail at like 10 in the morning. And my ice maker was like, there was like no ice in it. and it had just run all night. So like the fact that it didn't have any ice, so I was freaking out. So I have this really fancy ice maker down in my bar. So I then Googled it, like very slowly making ice, this model, whatever. And it turns out that someone said the fix is it's after like 9 months of constant use, these things start to overheat a little bit. So they said buy a small little desk fan and have that blow into the vent, and everything will be fixed. So a day without ice in my basement is like, that's a big deal. So I went on Amazon. It said, would you like this delivered today? And I was like, sure thing. So it cost $2.99 for same day delivery.
And are you Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, did a drone bring it to you out of the sky?
I have no idea, but I ordered it at like 10:30 a.m. and it was on my porch at 5 p.m.
Wow.
Fascinating.
Awesome.
Now my ice maker works again.
Even better.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fucking future.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so what's next, Biff?
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, we've talked.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
talked assholes and ice cubes.
Tewty, are there any applications for a gentle breeze into your asshole?
Oh, actually, well, if you really want something, I could blow right in there myself. But no, but whatchamacallit? Did I talk about the wizard last time? I forget.
No, I
don't think you did. Yeah, you give us
it.
your take on the Wizard Shazam.
Transition.
So, whatchamacallit? I can't tell what it was supposed to be. Retmus said Momragon last time on the episode, and it's spelled Mamaragan. I don't know how it's supposed to be said, but the wizard, or WIZAM, as I shall call him, is really cool in my opinion. Now, his aesthetic is, appropriate for the era that he lived in, ancient Kandak, Middle Eastern, Northern Africa, etc. Looks good for that era. In modern day, he looks like the homeless guy in the airport trying to flash everybody. His dick is just this close from peeking out. And that's okay. We appreciate the ballsiness on someone like that. But as far as his kit goes, I actually do enjoy it quite a bit because whatchamacallit, like he's basically a nuke that just constantly goes off, and he plays a little differently. Like a lot of times you want your characters to go first, right? Or like have a speed advantage so that you don't get like burst damaged to death by Atrocitus, or set up with a shit ton of debuffs right away. But the wizard actually benefits from being a bit slower, because he takes every turn that an enemy takes and just slowly like collects buffs and builds and builds and builds and gets more and more intelligence ups. So by the time he does get his turn, he's got like 30 or 40. Well, that's a lot. Maybe 15 to 25. And then he goes off with his AoE and deletes people. And that is kind of what he is. Like he's just an AoE nuker over and over again. And that's not everybody's bread and butter, but I actually really like it. I think he's going to be a great tune. He's not going to be, like a Freddy, unfortunately. Like I'm still going to RB5 it. He's going RB5, and whatchamacallit, I'm excited because he's actually a good character, and I can actually like justify the RB5ness. So, yeah.
So you're telling me I'm actually gonna have to try and Siege this month, because I was really hoping I wasn't.
I think he's good. I think he's really, really good. I think he's really, really fun. I have him at L2 right now, and I just finished fully ringing him. There is a bug. I will say there is a bug, and I have reported this bug.
No.
His second ability, the legendary point, it does not work.
Oh,
It's his like buff move where he gives everybody intelligence ups and some turn meter. The legendary point is supposed to be like a 50% chance that he also AoE nukes. And I've used that ability like 150 times at this point, and I have never seen it like nuke anyone. So I did report that. I'm hoping that they're working on it. I mean, they're probably more focused on raids at the moment, but after raids are done, I will be absolutely spamming them and being like, okay, get this bug fixed. Okay, get this bug fixed, please. Like, it is coming up. His sale is coming. Let's get the bug fixed. Come on. Shit like that.
Is
So
there any chance they might actually fix Rocket after raids to get her double attack basic working?
they have done that before. Like, like the new tune um will like sit on a bug for a while and then right after their month get randomly fixed. But
Doubt it.
and it's also been reported, but I think there's a lot of bugs right now and they're probably just not like super focused on that one.
Yeah, that's not a game breaker, and I'm sure not too many people are going to use her after today. So
Honestly, it's kind of like a similar benefit as her actual ability. Like the actual ability is supposed to like hit twice, which I get will help her stack more strength ups. But the current bug is like hit once but can't miss. So it's like it's not a terrible trade-off. It's not like an unbalanced trade-off.
yeah, it wasn't so much a complaint. I just, like characters to function as intended as close as they can anyway.
Right. I completely agree. They absolutely should, like, if you're gonna write it on paper, you might as well make it what it's written. But we'll see, because they do have a bug. Like, it feels like they're focusing on bugs. Like every month now, they're like, okay, here's 4 more bug fixes, and that's great. Like it feels like they have a dedicated person to these bugs now. I do hope that the Alliance bug is fixed soon. That would be great.
God, that's, to me, sorry to interrupt, but to me that one's got to be the priority. This is getting ridiculous. Where
No,
one third of our alliance has to be booted and reapply every freaking raid. It's bullshit.
I've been very, very lucky this weekend that I have not been booted, or haven't needed to be booted, which I'm very, very happy with. And selfishly, I do want, the wizard fixed first, but but yes, no, that is absolutely, like, I have messaged Reeves and been like, hey, this really, really needs to be our priority right now. I did that like 2 months ago.
But it's like, the thing is, like, beyond all other bugs, that one like ruins the gameplay for so many people. It's not just like whales, it's free to play players. It's every single alliance at this point, I think, has been touched by it in some way, shape, or form. I haven't talked to anybody that hasn't had to kick somebody with this bug. So that's the kind of thing that's going to get people to quit the game, because they're not in a Discord community to tell them what they need to do to get it fixed. Like, you see people still complaining on Reddit, like showing this known bug. We know what's wrong, but they're not in a Discord group, or they're not in an alliance that supports that sort of thing and doesn't share this information, and they just quit the game because they don't know any better, and they just think, oh, it's broken, fuck it, I'll uninstall. And that's not really going to help the long-term prospects when the newer players are more likely to be in that group of people that aren't in Discord and aren't actively engaged in the community, and make it even worse the fact that as much as community center chat sucks, it's broken too.
I think one of the other concerns really is, and rightfully so, even when I was in charge of the Alliance or head of the Alliance, I never got booted. But one day it might happen. The leader of the Alliance might get stuck like that. And what happens? It has
happened.
Oh, has it happened?
It has happened to other alliances. It has not bit us. And by the way, when I start seeing this thing, for example, Thursday morning, I was getting ready for my hour for day 1, and I was crashing. And I'm like, oh no, oh God, oh no. Like, you're just thinking that if this hits me, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the Alliance will be fine, but I'll be out.
You'll be fucked. Yeah.
There's just no way. There's just no way to boot, boot myself if I can't get in the game. So
they need to add an oust your leader function.
Yeah. but I actually chatted with somebody from another alliance that had to deal with that. And because I was just curious. I'm like, what did you have to do to get back in the game? And I guess it just self-corrected after raids ended. But
Did he get his
so-
rewards and everything, or was it
No,
no? So he got fucked.
no. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. And it's you just got to wait it out because there's nothing that's going to happen on the weekend. They're not going to, once you can't get in. And I was worried from Sekju, we do know about this and we do have the communication, but one of these times I'm worried about what somebody in our alliance just saying, you know what?
Fucking, I'm done. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Like,
Yeah,
you boot me, but I'm not replying.
right. That's frustrating.
And I don't want to lose somebody over
No.
something like that. That to me, it should be the biggest priority in the game after giving Tewty his WIZAM nuke.
Yay!
Tewty gets
By the
his
way,
toys
Tewty,
first.
is it equivalent to a Dr. Poison or a Yara Floor?
Well, I mean, it's good, but it's not can't miss. So,
Right.
I mean, it does have a chance to stun everybody, and I have seen that work. That does work. So, I mean, it's fun. It's
Tewty
not necessarily the greatest AoE in the world, but it's fun. It's usable.
Can WIZAM take a few hits? Like what kind of kit does he have as far as like his ability to sustain damage? Because if you're letting the other team take turns, is he the kind of tune that's going to need to be hidden behind like Enchantress Lead or somebody that's going to give him damage immunity or stacks of awareness or whatever? Like how is he going to make it to set off his nuke, so
I'm
to
not
speak?
fully certain on that just yet. He's only L2 at the moment.
Okay.
But it kind of feels like the same level of like squishiness as maybe like Black Lightning. Like he could take a couple hits, but he's not like super stamina based.
Mhm.
But if you support him with people like Barda or Flatline or Black Lightning himself, stuff like that, there's a good chance that he'll survive a good like chunk of it. He also has a few opportunities to get damage immunity. Now, there's a couple things in his kit, like if he gets hit, he gives the team 30% turn meter and has the chance to retaliate a little bit. That does exist in his kit. But if you want him more for the nuke option, then you could always like bring Enchantress Lead, give him the damage immunity right off the bat, or you could do like a Red Robin to White Lantern Sinestro and then give the whole team damage immunity so that way he can still sit there and just collect intelligence ups as the fight goes on. That's always an option as well. So there's strategy that you can use, but he's not super powerful as far as tankiness goes.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds interesting. A little strategy. I thought the strategy was just put Trigon and Cheshire together.
or Atro and Supergirl.
Yeah,
and hit
Throw
auto.
it Supergirl. There you go.
I feel guilty because I've been on WB a little bit about getting a Red Lantern Supergirl skin because like it just made sense. But now that it's become oppressive, it's like, oh fuck, what have we done? Yeah. It's just telling everybody, like linking them together permanently.
Very true. It is a good looking skin though.
It does. It looks great. They did a good job for sure.
Yeah, they
It's too bad
match.
they couldn't do like a special offer, like since they're going to be running her as the Women's Day sale too. Like, because by the time I get through that sale, I'm really not going to need any more Supergirl shards. So I hate to buy a skin but not use those 50 shards, but whatever. It's a cool skin.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Oh, Tewty.
So Tewty, you're knowledgeable when it comes to like all this like previous sales stuff and things like that, kind of, right?
Yes.
Okay. Has there been a sale? And I think like we've discussed this before, Woody and I have talked about it, but in the past year, was there not a sale where you could actually buy rebirth tokens using gems?
No, I never remember that
I
happening.
swear that happened once, and like multiple owls were telling me they dropped like over 100,000 gems
I
because
think it's probably happened once in the history of DC. I don't know if it was recently. And I don't think that they liked it because they get more actual cash flow when they like
sell
put it
rebirth
behind a
tokens.
paywall. I think it was like a please forgive us moment, for not doing good.
Well, that's what I thought it was, because I thought it was when they fucked up the Eradicator sale. Like there was that Eradicator sale
Oh,
that kept crashing the game, and then they completely deleted the sale, and then like a month or two later, we got the sale, and I swear it was attached to those rebirth crystals.
It's possible.
Okay. I
That
was
might
just
have been
hoping there
it.
was a snowball's chance in hell that this Women's Day sale would be gems, but probably not.
No, it's not going to happen. They'll probably never do that again.
Darn.
Yeah. Trust me, I feel the same way. Like I've been saving up rebirth crystals to RB5, the wizard, and it's taken its sweet fucking time, like that's why I kind of switched to RB3 for a little bit. I have three new characters that I need to RB5 now because I bought Atom Smasher up to RB5, and I have Granny shards for RB5. And I want Flatline RB5 too, because their one-shot potential on Granny and Flatline is just too strong. And Flatline's just one of the most well-rounded characters in the game that I just want her to be RB5 and the best that she can be. But with Granny, I could use her to one-shot any powerhouse green in the game, like including mainly because of Cyborg Superman right now. Flatline any powerful red, and then I've also got Batwoman sitting on the sideline, but I do want her to get a stat boost or a rework soon because she has clear issues there, but she's my one shot on the red side, and I don't know why I bought Atom Smasher all the way up, but I did, so that's gonna happen too.
Oh, he's a fun tune. I like him. I know Wally likes him.
Yeah, no, I love him. Like he fits so well with my Impulse and Black Canary that it's just like, why not?
Yeah.
And those two are also both RB5, so I might as well just make him RB5 as well.
Have you built up Miracle Molly at all?
She is now level 80. She's not fully ringed, and let me see if she's fully geared yet. Yes, she's fully geared, not fully ringed. So still working on her a little bit. I need more rings. But yeah, she's getting there.
I got her up to 74 fully ringed and everything. I just haven't used her yet. I was just curious if you had any suggestions to test her with.
I mean, she's got a silence base kit, which is, we love silence. At least I do. And her animations are okay. I like her mainly because of the fact that I literally just finished watching Cyberpunk Edgerunners on Netflix. And I love that show. It's fucking great. It's beautiful. And she literally looks exactly like she came from that universe. And that kind of does intrigue me a little bit. Like she seems like a new type of villain for Batman. And I'm kind of excited to see where that goes a little bit. But as far as in-game goes, like she looks like an anti-evasion character as well. So like if you bring her against Harley, well, Harley's gone pretty much, but I still see Batgirl teams. I still see Cassandra Cain everywhere.
Cheshire, obviously.
Cheshire.
You said anti-evasion tunes, and Biff all shuddered in his head. He was like, "No."
Another one.
There's the poor evasion. It's like I forget who I was talking with this in chat, but evasion is like they get like a month where it's like, woohoo, evasion's back, and then somebody brings out the stick and is like, get back in your fucking corner. Wow.
Right.
I've been, by the way, I've been running Batgirl a lot lately. I've just said fuck it to this new meta, and it still works. It still works.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you don't take a Batgirl team against Cyborg Superman, and like, you got to pick your spots, but I'm still able to use evasion comps on 6 out of every 10 boards, every 10 matches if I try real hard. So I said fuck off. I'm still going with what I like.
There you go.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's going to put a damper on that this month, probably.
What does she have that's anti-evasion?
It's one of her passives. It's like if the character has like 6+ evasions, then like half of them turn into evasion downs. It basically completely neuters you.
Yeah, like neutralizes the whole evasion kit basically with her passives, I think. And then she even has an active move that applies evasion downs too, doesn't she?
Let me see if that's right, because I don't really even remember. I know it's anti-evasion. I just can't remember what exactly it says.
Let me take a look.
Yeah.
I got it open. AV and I were
Yes.
talking. We're like asking all these questions. We're like, we have Google right here.
It only converts. It only converts 3, so it's not half. It's only 3. So if they have fucking 80 bazillion like Cassandra Cain does, that's not going to do anything to her. Although if an enemy evades, this is your problem. If an enemy evades, then they're going to get buff immunity and also 3 evasion downs on them as well. So,
mine says 5 evasion down. Oh, because it's fully ringed. 5 evasion downs
Yeah.
once it's fully ringed.
I'm only got level 2, so
Yeah.
it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, so I mean, you're going to apply evasion downs and convert 3 of them into evasion downs if they have 6 or more evasion ups.
God,
That's
they just
rough.
don't give me anything. You
But you got your RB5 Superboy.
Yeah.
You know, but like you were talking about those RB5s that you just bought up. I've been waiting over a year to get 3 tunes from RB4 to RB5 and 0 sales for any of the 3.
Which ones?
And Siren, Scarecrow, and Eclipso. Oh no, I should not say Eclipso didn't get a sale. Eclipso got a 20 to 40 limit 5 bonanza.
Your shitty RNG, right?
Yeah, that's fuck you guys. 20 to 40 limit 5.
Yeah, but isn't Eclipso in like the Alliance shop right now or something like that?
No, he was, but it didn't matter. He was a rare and he never showed up.
Well, if you actually did your PvE days, you might actually.
I do my PvE days.
More than
my
300, you goober. You got to get up to 1500.
Biff, did you hear what he just said about you?
I don't understand. Like, I need green essence. I'm not doing level 1s. I'm just not doing it.
I mean, if you don't want to farm Eclipso on his days that he pops
I
up,
bought Eclipso every single effing time he came in the shop. He just didn't come in the shop very often. And when
Did you hit refresh?
Yes, I've done it all.
Did you hit refresh?
Trust me. Trust me. I've done it all.
Did you push the button?
Did you turn it on and off again?
No, but and by the way, I got him up to, I have like 1200 right now. I just don't have 1810. So I definitely got a lot of Eclipso. I just need a fucking sale. And you know, Siren, you know what? Some of the things in like the Alliance shop and the PvP shop are very weird because there are ones listed as rare that show up nonstop for me, and there are ones listed as common that I never see. So there's something screwy with that whole system of the rare, medium, common thing anyway. But yes, I did get a lot of Eclipso while he was in the shop, but he is no longer there. And by the way, they gave me, you know, this is where fuck with Biff Day. They put Superboy in the what's it called, the Red Alert package the day after I RB5'd him.
I still need them, so yeah.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm happy for you that you have them, but I had to wait. He was the 4th that I was waiting over a year to RB5 those 4, and I finally got it from that sale like last month or whatever. I got my Superboy, but I still need. And I was watching your RB5 showcase, Tewty, during raids. Which, by the way, if you haven't watched that as you finish up raids, check that out because that's a good, great guess this time. M4 and Hawkeye,
yeah.
Tewty. And I was just sitting there, and you were going through all the uniques, and Scarecrow's a unique right now, and Siren's a unique right now, and I'm like, oh, I want to pull those from those. They will not be uniques as soon as we get a freaking sale, and don't give me a 2040 limit 5 either. Fucking twats.
Right. No, I guess. I mean, Scarecrow probably will. I don't know how Siren gets sold anymore. They do change over time. They use, like, if they're newer tunes, they generally get bigger sales. But if they're older tunes, they generally get kind of shitty sales. Oh man.
When is
And,
Joker Damaged Goods going to get a sale?
He's
okay.
actually
He's in the shops.
Oh, is
he
he?
had one recently. Actually,
Oh, shit, okay.
It was like a month or two ago. Yeah.
Well, there you go. See, Biff, they do put old tunes in the store for you to buy.
No, they did. Listen. I have L5 shards because I have L5
Yeah.
shards of every character now.
Sure.
And Joker Damaged Goods was the last. I have every character L4 or above, and every character I have L5 and above shards. I'm actually only down to like 50 characters left that aren't L5 or above. But Joker Damaged Good was my last one. They had like a 20 to 40 sale like 6 months ago on him or a year ago on him that was unlimited. And that's what I bought him up to L5. So
Nice.
Yeah, I refuse to pay for him to L5. I'll get him out of the shop as long as he's there. If he disappears,
he was
then
he was my last one. He was my last one. So I just like, I only got 3 characters left now, one of each affinity that's not level 80 and max ranked.
What are you going to do after that?
Probably quit.
Oh, no,
there's nothing left to do. I'm running out of things to do. I got three characters at level 72, ring 5, and that's it. Everything else is done.
Have you considered standing around with your dick in your hand? Because that is definitely something you might have the option of doing.
Just coast.
Ever since I moved into an apartment by myself, I do that quite a lot.
See, there you go. That's a good way to kill free time when you've maxed out your roster in DCL.
I still have what is it? I still have Bleeze, Garth, and Joker Damaged Goods.
Let me tell you how excited you
are. Our ring 5, level 72. That's it. That's all I got left.
Those are some of the sexiest characters in the game, and you left them on the bench. Like
they're the final 3.
Bleeze has got that ass, and Garth has got those big hands, and
those
that
big
means
hands.
You put those 2 together.
Yeah, you know what they say about guys with big hands.
Yeah,
they wear big gloves.
Yeah. Guys with big feet, they're clowns.
Their kids are fucking broken. I don't know.
Oh, God. Well, listen, guys, this has been great, but let's take some time and wrap this thing up. Let's see. Where do I want to start today? I usually start with Retmus, but he's not here. So we'll start with Tewty. Tewty, tell us about that hellish swamp ass of yours one more time.
Yeah, well, that was gonna be on my message board today. Yes, I want to spread the message that grooming is important. If you're going bald and you want, to look nice and clean and cut, go the AB route. I plan on doing that eventually. I do have a little bit of a bald spot in the back of my head, which is not very fun. It's where I like people to view me most of the time is from the back.
From behind? Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So give me 15 years, AB, and I'll be with you on that.
There you go.
And then whatchamacallit? But yeah, shave those assholes. Keep your armpits nice and trimmed. We don't like any nipple hair either. Get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
Nobody's sucking on hairy nipples today.
It's a good thing I have a shirt on.
Oh God. Other than that, I don't care what you do as long as you smell okay and you take a shower. So that's my message of the day.
All right. Thanks, Tewty. Much appreciated. Don't be smelly. That's the message here, folks. All right. Let's see. Biff.
Jeez.
Follow that, pal.
Yeah, well, yeah. Once again, it's fuck with Biff Day because
I love it.
I follow Retmus. I follow Retmus all the time, and then I got to follow that.
I love it.
Yeah, Biff is sitting here like, oh shit, I've got hairy armpits, I've got hairy nipples. Like, Tewty is not attracted to me at all.
Oh gosh. No, just another great raid for AAD. Finished day 1 in world's finest position again. So take that, Owls.
Hell to the yes.
Finished day 2 in 3rd. And then we took the weekend off and are still just sitting in the teens. So, floating down our lazy river of raids. So I want to thank the group for just great effort on the first 2 days. And yeah, that's it.
Hold on.
By the way, it's official. I am now unemployed. So I am so excited.
Yay?
Friday was my last day of work.
Wow. Did you have a drink to celebrate?
I have. I generally have drinks to celebrate in any day that ends in Y.
Very good.
So
Very good.
So I'm excited.
Hope you
I'm
enjoy
fi-
retirement.
Oh no, I'm not retired, but I'm not retired. I'm not that old.
Oh, Tewty.
Burn. Unintentional burn.
I did just get a notification from Amazon. My ass hair cream has arrived.
Oh
My
boy.
God.
There you go.
Well, we know whose afternoon plans
I
are
know.
now filled.
Exactly.
His calendar has suddenly been filled, folks.
So I highly recommend you switch up that comp, Tewty, because if you're going to be applying, it's going to be easier, like tapping your phone with your pinky to get that, Alliance boss worked, or not the Alliance boss, your legendary bosses.
I have this vision of Tewty on his hands and elbows with his ass in the air on the bed, pounding the fucking screen with his ass hair hanging out.
You have there's a finesse way you have to finesse it a little bit.
Okay.
But it works out. But yes, the booty pics are coming. If anyone wants one, please let me know.
They'll be in the Talk With Us channel.
Yeah, put him in the Talk With Us channel.
I won't send one to Biff's new boss, but maybe I will if it gets him a better job.
I gotta find a new boss first.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, one that has a good sense of humor.
I'll be employed for one day. Back in the game.
Hey, my buddy wants to send you a picture of his ass. Is that okay?
I've always been told it's better to ask forgiveness, not permission.
Permission, yeah.
Oh man, sometimes that is not the rule. Sometimes.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Biff. I'm assuming that's done. I'm assuming we're done. But yes, thank you very much.
We're good.
And let's move on. Sekju, you get the final say today.
Oh, the final say. And I mean, nobody's
The bottom
given any
line.
positive messaging yet.
The last word.
Well,
What are you
be
talking
good to your
about? I'm full of positivity.
Yeah, he was.
Well, I meant more like along the lines of Retmus, like be good to your friends and neighbors, don't forget to savor the little things. If you see a puppy, pick it up, give it a hug. I don't know.
Always feed stray kittens.
I'm not sure the puppy consents to that. But...
Yeah, make sure it's a cool puppy. If it's not, a stray puppy that may or may not bite you if you try to pick it up or something, make sure the puppy's cool with it. But I don't know. Just enjoy your Sunday, enjoy your raid. Hopefully, if you're listening to the show and that comp makes your life a little bit easier, I'm just over here listening and murdering bosses with it. So hopefully you can do the same. But I don't know. We'll see how next month goes. There's a lot of promise to hopefully start managing the situation with the meta recently. I like Indigo as an addition to help with that. She does her job pretty well from what I've seen so far. Mary's improved, and maybe we'll talk about that stuff more next time when people have more experience with those tunes. But I don't know. I was pretty negative last couple weeks in the Alliance chat, and I'm going to try and be more positive moving forward. I think, like Tewty was saying, the game's getting bug fixes that we have not seen at a rate we have not seen before. So there's things to be positive about, and stiff up our lip, old chaps.
That's right.
Stiff up our lips and stiff up some other things too.
Happy Sunday.
God.
Happy Raid Sunday.
That's right.
Yay.
Happy
Don't
Sunday.
forget that it fucking Siege starts tonight too. God damn it.
Oh yeah. Reminder, folks. Siege
Yeah.
starts tonight. Yay.
WIZAM.
See, I saved it for the end, so I didn't ruin everyone's day at the beginning.
Oh man. What a kind soul you are, sir.
I have my moments.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. And guess what, everybody? We want to thank you guys for taking the time to be with us today. Get on our website, AtlantisAfterDark.com. Grab some cool swag from the merch store, get on Discord, and talk directly with us. And then hit that subscribe button on YouTube because you know you want to. For Sekju, for Tewty, and for my good buddy Biff, we'll see you all right here next time for another fantabulous episode of Double AD. So long, everybody.